Yes, sir. We back. Higher voltage. I'm in here with my boy
SwampCity Kapp.
We finna vibe up. We in here at Higher Voltage. We got a couple topics for y'all. So the first one is $1 million enough? That's what Cap was saying. Cap got a question for the people out there, all my Voltage family out there. Is $1 million enough?
Hell no. We know that shit ain't enough.
I mean, it might be enough to somebody who never really had much, so they feel like it's enough.
He gonna blow through it. It's still ain't enough.
You know, anything can be enough to anybody.
Once you get that big chain, get that whip, you know what I'm saying? That lady, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody ain't gonna go about it like that. Some people might be a little humble, like, man, I had so many nights sleeping in hotels, sleeping in cars.
Well, when he buys mama that crib that he didn't think about before he spent out a little meal, and he buy, you know, his sister and a little something, he back down $100,000.
What about the people who went to school and, you know, they had a bad situation and, you know, they got that money, they got that $1 million now, they finna do right by that money. They ain't finna fuck it up like the rest of them.
And then you got that college.
But that ain't getting to $1 million. If you got a college, like 60 bands, 100 bands, college debt, that ain't bad if you got $1 million.
Yeah, but you gotta think, man. Everything is more expensive nowadays, man.
It's really more about the mind state. Is you doing more spending than you doing investing? Is you doing more saving than you doing blowing?
Well, we all know when you spend the money and ain't making none. That's always.
Yeah, and it's always easy to say what you would or wouldn't do when you ain't got it in your hand.
True, but $1 million ain't really too much money nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like I said, once again, it all depends on who hands it in. Because a hustler might take that $1 million and turn it to $3 million.
You know what? I would say you won that case.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you was just saving about $1 by $1 for the 1,000 by 1,000, them $100 was real serious until it got comfortable, you gonna respect that money way more than somebody who taking that money used to not really earning the money for real.
Oh, that's real. I'm just thinking of more of the instance of like...
Yeah, it ain't a lot of money for sure.
It ain't a lot of money. Like, say, once you really buy a crib, say if you buy a $250,000 crib, you buy a $30,000 vehicle or whatever, you already over a quarter of your money almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like I said, it all depends on what spending habits and what investments you got planned. You can go into and even sometimes investments crash. You might have the money and go into a restaurant business and the business fold, and at least you try.
Ain't no least you try when you blow that kind of money down.
But the effort do matter because you can go straight blow the money and then people be looking at you like a fool. You know what I'm saying? You probably could build another business partner and pick up where you left off from if you did some of the right steps.
But I mean, how Miami going right now is definitely not enough money.
No, it's true.
It's definitely not enough money. I mean, when you got a family, you got, you know, responsibilities it's nothing nowadays. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even have healthcare. You know what I'm saying? Pay for healthcare in real life situations and shit.
What it is if you got enough self-discipline to create a balance, the moment you get that $1 million and already got goals and dreams and you put them into effect as soon as you get it. Because what happens is a lot of people get that much money and they didn't have a plan from the jump when they received the money. So off rip, that money finna go downhill because they never had a plan. They trying to come up with a plan while the money going away. But if you got a couple plans,
a man without a plan is planning to fail. So you gotta have a plan. You right. You know what I'm saying? So but I mean, with the day, it's like rolling dice. You know what I'm saying?
But right now, if I had $1 million right now and I went and started a business and bought a crib, I feel like I'll still have like enough money left where it's like it's up to me to see if those situations that I got involved with and that I started, would it take me to the next level or would I be in debt from trying to keep them going? You know what I mean? That's really the real situation with some people, because you can go buy a crib for like $400,000, $350,000, $300,000, and then after that, you know, you might spend about the same amount into a business, $250,000, $300,000. So you still got about $400,000, $350,000 left. But the thing is, what you doing with your time?
It sounds like, about that much. But, I mean, I always look at it like this. You right. Because if you save that money, you going to pinch off it. And eventually it'll be gone, believe it or not.
Right.
You can spend $100 in a year. You know what I mean? Just doing little shit. Everyday shit without having any income coming in. So when you look at it over time, I mean, I ain't trying to say you get $1 million, you broke next year. But I mean, in the course of a couple of years, you're going to be at your minimum. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to have $1 million and still stay in some poverty type shit. you're going to at least get a condo, at least get something nice, and then you think about maintenance.
And I think that's the difference between the people who can make it with dollars and the people who gonna just have the money and then, basically say I once had the money but it's all gone. The people who invest. That's basically what it boils down to, because at the end of the day, even record labels right now assign an artist and give him $1 million, but right after they give him $1 million, he's in debt probably $4 million. Like,
before you give him before you give him $1 million.
Yeah, same time. It's like same time. As soon as they give you, you already in debt $3-4 million. So the $1 million still have a high value, but everything.
It has a value,
it's
just not a high value.
No, it still have a high value. It's just everything is expensive. So it's like.
So it's not a high value then. I think if the dollar done moved up to the $10, right?
I mean, 20,000 is not a lot of money, but it's still a high value for what depends on what you're going to purchase with it.
Yeah, but if you had 20,000 in your life right now, you don't see nothing really changing in your life. You just know you got money in the bank now that you don't really have.
But that goes back to the goals, depending on what you want to do with it. If I got 20,000 and I'm planning on buying a used food truck and I already got everything mapped out, and I'm finna see if this money finna come back immediately, then it's a different ball game. That's why I say anybody who receive the money, it all depends on what their goals is and how effective they can put the time and effort in to invest and make moves on the money soon as they get it.
True. But I mean, we all know when you ain't never had no money before, that shit there, you saying in secondary, I got to do, all the things I really want to do when I ever said I was going to get some money. And then I'm going to get to the important shit. I mean, that's just the mindset of somebody who really never had.
Yeah. Which is majority of it.
That's why when people win a lotto, they broke. You hear me? I mean, when you see that kind of money, you don't know that's not a lot of money when you spending that kind of money. Like saying if you're a middle class citizen, right, and you came across that kind of money, you can live comfortably because you was already kind of living on a certain level. You know what I mean? That all you gotta do is maintain that kind of lifestyle or upgrade a little bit. But when you came from the bottom, you just want to kind of shoot all the way up because you ain't never had nothing. And when you do that, you kind of forget that, hey, when I buy this $1 million crib or when I buy this $400,000 crib, the maintenance of that crib, you understand what I'm saying? The you know what I'm saying? The get the grass cut, to get when the dryer going out, when the fucking dishwasher going, all this shit costs because I had a house before.
Yeah.
And we all like raised in public housing. Sometimes we don't know what shit costs because you got HUD coming in and fixing every damn thing.
Right.
When you got to pay somebody like a handyman to come in.
Yeah, you got to pay for all your own roof and your own
I
plumbing.
had a handyman to come in my shit. I try to get the ugliest nigga I could find. Shout out to him.
Most definitely. But I feel like when you talking about $1 million, like even hood niggas who never seen that much money before, they could go blow 400,000 and still have money left. They could blow half of it, half a ticket, 500K, and still have money left to make some better decisions with the rest of that money. Because the things that niggas really be wanting don't really hold that much value. They go buy a couple $1,000 pair of jeans, a mirror, a couple J's, a couple designer, couple little chains or whatever jewelry he gonna buy, whatever whip, and niggas be damn near satisfied. Them hood niggas. Ain't.
But then you say, like you said, what you gonna do with that? What if you buy them same mirror jeans and all that shit and walk into a room that, you know what I'm saying, full of other niggas that, accept the nigga in the mirror jeans and all that, and now you put yourself in a different realm of being able to, you know what I'm saying, fuck with other people and me.
I mean, that's what most people look forward to who don't even have a plan at all. They just like, oh, I'm going to make myself seem better, look better, and it's going to attract, 48 laws of power. It's going to attract money people, more business transactions, more people want to work with me and network with me.
We all know when you look good, you got a couple days or so to keep that impression on how you made on somebody.
Right.
If you can keep it up, they'll believe it. If you can't, then they'll be like, well, I seen you like this, and then I see like, are you going down?
But the difference really, to me, the real difference to me is when you really got a plan and you really having progress or motion or whatever they want to call it. You really got something going on for real.
I mean, you should always have a plan. That's the given. That's why when people
a lot of niggas ain't got a plan.
Oh, but I'm just saying, that's why when you get money, most people have advisors. When you think about smart people,
and one thing about it, sometimes ain't nothing wrong with not having a plan, because sometimes it take a while for you to figure out. It takes time for you to come up with a good idea.
That's why the advisors come into effect. You know what I'm saying? Most people we know with bread, they got advisors. We think they're making these decisions, but they pay somebody to make these decisions. Smart people hire smarter people.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Believe Donald Trump is a smart guy.
And the more I think about it now, a lot of people is gonna blow that money, like you said. Cause I know people who come around certain situations and they see stuff and they be like, "How much you spending?" You be like, "Oh no, this about $70,000 to have this business or whatever," and they be like, "Damn, I just blew that in the club and hotels and traveling and hanging out. Damn, I could have had a business like that." And you start to realize that a lot of people not willing to step out and on faith either and start stuff and do stuff.
Well, I'm glad everybody especially the black community, we learn. It ain't nothing wrong because I support the nigga hustle. Ain't nothing wrong with throwing that money, but at a certain point, it's a certain limit of what you should be throwing in the club and then because you can invest that. But we finally learned that. That's why they got so many rappers. And
niggas still ain't learning.
No, that's a lot of niggas did though. That money be kind
of. A lot of niggas learn.
Complaining. Bitches complaining.
A lot of niggas learn, but a lot of niggas still ain't learning.
But they complaining. If you put your ears in the club and bitches complaining, niggas ain't throwing money like that no more.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, like they still going and they still supporting. Whether they throwing money like at a large amount, they still going and they still supporting. So,
but when they going, that admission going to the club, you feel me? But they ain't getting that like they used to. You gotta remember.
I just feel like the money just slowed up on the streets. That's why.
The money? But then again,
that's why the minute the joint come back, a nigga teed up, them niggas gonna be right back.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But some niggas got 365s. Right. Niggas all year long, but niggas just finding better things to do with their money. I ain't gonna even say better things. I'm gonna say better things. Fuck it, better things to do with their money because
I will hope y'all finding better things to do with y'all money. Because from the looks of it, like I said, niggas will come around and see a setup that they could afford, but they won't never step out on faith and purchase it. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that a lot. Even with myself, I had to. Hey man, stop talking about it if you ain't gonna do it and actually go start purchasing stuff to put yourself in a predicament where like, boy, I done put my money where my mouth is. Now I done start buying so much stuff and doing so much stuff to now I gotta follow through.
I'm gonna give you, it's a nigga was out of Detroit, right? He had won a lotto or whatever. I think he got X amount of dollars, whatever. But this is just the funny part about the story. The nigga went and bought a chain, right? The chain was like $20-something. Mm-hmm. Immediately he got robbed at a gas station, right?
Right.
Now, you know what I get out of that?
What?
You spent $20,000 on the chain, $25,000 on the chain, but you ain't buy no goddamn gun.
Right.
That's what I see wrong out of that shit.
Higher Voltage.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Dollah Bill 305 from Higher Voltage. You already know. Today we're going to be talking about procrastination, and then later on we're going to be talking about determination. So, you got to be motivated to keep going. But for right now, we just going to talk about procrastinating. Sometimes we could get lost in our own thoughts and self-doubt ourselves and don't put in no work or be second-guessing our next moves or what we going to do. But sometimes you just got to put forth that work. And when I mean put forth that work, I mean just try. You don't know what you're going to do until you try. And when you try, you see the results. You know where you failed. You know what you did good at. So that's my goal this year, to let everybody know procrastination versus determination. You know what I'm saying? You got to have dedication. So, most of the time, if you're not determined, you're going to be procrastinating. So I'm just here to let everybody know, get all of that self-doubt out of your brain, all that self-hatred out your heart, and find motivation, try new things, be creative. You already know, man, no more procrastination, only dedication and determination. So what few ways could you start to not be procrastinating no more? I mean, just try, just start, put forth your best effort, get out there and see new things and observe others, your competition, other people in the same field as you. You want to become a better entrepreneur. So in this field, you got to try stuff and execute. Write down plans, figure out ways and have a checklist of goals that you want to check off to make sure that you're progressing in whatever field you're in, and content creating or as an entrepreneur on the whole. And I'm going to start reaching out to more brands to promo. So if you want promotion, holla at Higher Voltage. I'm the host. We can get that done for you. But for the most part, back to the topic, procrastination. No more holding yourself back. Make sure you stay focused. Make sure you study. Make sure you observe others and write down plans and learn. And then you go out and execute. Sometimes we might feel like, oh, I ain't good enough, or I don't talk good enough. But all of that is just you just in your own head. You got to get out of your thoughts and go out and practice. Practice make perfect. They don't say that for no reason. Practice make perfect. So make sure you're practicing and make sure you executing your goals so you can look forward to a better future. And, that's going back to the other half. Cause and effect, determination and dedication. If you dedicated to something, you will progress. You will be successful. You will see better results than the last time. So you just got to make sure that you stand determined and having dedication. So what ways can you have dedications? If you already have a set pattern way of doing one thing, try other things. And if you like it, you can add it to your niche, or you can add it to your catalog. Because right now it's about building up your catalog, having a list, a library of inventory of different ways how you can market yourself. So if you make beats, or if you rap, or if you sing, you might want to step out of what you mainly do and try something else just for them to witness you and know that you rap and sing and make beats. Or if you're an up and coming podcaster like myself, you want to let them know that you got episodes or shows or skits and vlogs coming soon. So you just want to exercise your talent. So no more procrastination and more determination. We determined. We finna stay dedicated to have a brighter future, to make plans to grow. So if you procrastinating, make today the last day you procrastinating. And if you determined, make today the day that you start making moves to a better future. And for all my followers out there, my subscribers out there, if I could do it, you could do it. And I'm not even where I want to be at yet, but I know my time coming because I'm working. Consistency is the key. The more you post, the more you'll find out your results and your algorithm and who like your material and who's enjoying and interested in the stuff that you're putting out. So all I gotta say is one more time, no more procrastination, only determination, and we finna be determined to get to this bag. You already know. Dedication, hard work, plus patience, you know what I'm saying? Hustle and motivate. Y'all stay tuned. More vlogs, more episodes coming soon. Higher Voltage Podcast. It's Dollar Bill 305. Let's go.
So you gotta do right with the money regardless. Like, I can't blame him for wanting to get the chain, but I can blame him for not getting the goddamn gun. You know what I'm saying?
Well, one thing about it though, like they say, a fool and his money shall part. So at the end of the day, a lot of stuff don't really hold no real value anyway. We the ones giving it all the value. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Them jewelers be telling us something costs a certain price, man. If you really could get to the source, man, it'll be way less. But it's cool because pawn shops still deal with you according to some of these numbers. So everybody still go by it. But I feel like at this point right now, a lot of people gonna do foolish stuff with their money. Some people gonna find smart, important things to do with their money.
I just define foolish sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we look at other people's situations, we call it foolish. Man, let that man live. You know what I mean,
I feel like a lot of purchases could be, if you could wait for it.
Sometimes you can't wait. You might die tomorrow.
That's true, but I just still feel like if you could wait, if it's not a necessity and you don't really need it for your day-to-day life, then that means you could go without it. And I feel like it's a lot of stuff that we attach to in our culture that makes us feel like we need it, but in all reality, we don't need it. And I feel like the ones who got that self-restraint and that discipline, those will be the ones who will get that $1 million that we're talking about and basically do way better at it and basically probably grow into a multi-millionaire, if not, get to the 3rd, 4th million before they even slow down and they be settled and comfortable with whatever they left with.
Well, nowadays they blessed with that, man. They got the internet. These people can look at things and see it. That's why, you know what I'm saying, me as an older guy, I would say I'm a bit jealous of them. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't really come up seeing that money like that. The way these young, they could look at their uncles, literally, their daddies, they you know what I'm saying? It's really here. They could come out there doing see a Mozzie. They could come out there doing see a lamb truck.
Right.
Like, we had to really go outside our bounds to see these things. So to get motivation, we really had to look for it.
Right.
They can wake up, you know what I'm saying, and roll into this bread. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a faster generation, and they got more millionaires at 17 and 18 probably now than ever in history. You know what I'm saying? Because the opportunity is there. That's the only thing, like when they say old cats is jealous of shit, if I was going to be a jealous old cat, that's the one thing I'd be jealous of. That shit, them outlets wasn't there when we was coming up. So we could have took advantage of that shit and made it way down. That when they came up, it would have been even better for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel you. Shit. I mean, I like to see the young niggas getting in, and I understand what's going on. It's just a different time frame, and the internet and social media didn't really exist as much back then as it does now. So that's just a given, basically. Even with all streaming platforms, it's just so much new stuff that's a part of the game now that it's just a given. Like, it only makes sense that, you know, they making more money now. Even how they don't even need labels. Back then, you had to be signed to a major label to really end up feeling like you passed $1 million and you really eating. So I feel like that's another barrier that we broke in the hip hop rap industry, where you could kind of be independent or find a way to
that independent was
get
a
your
long
distribution
time
or
coming, man. Yeah, that's real. You're right, man. People owning their own name, owning their likeness. That's like hip hop came a long way.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? The people actually getting their due bread. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, now to say $1 million, niggas, some niggas ain't even signing for $1 million, bro. That's the crazy thing about it.
Nah, it's
you know what I'm saying?
signing for way less, right?
Because $1 million, they know what's
niggas signing for 50 bands, 100 bands.
I mean, hood shit.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about if you really
and then
believe
one
in
thing
yourself,
about it though, and one thing
right.
about it too, you can't even only say hood shit. It's a business. If an artist never even spent 50K, 100K in himself,
but he still know
down on.
But also, he still know he can put his shit up on Spotify or whatever. Probably make that on his own, bro.
Man,
and not on
the truth of the matter is, the niggas who be just going with the flow and just posting stuff, putting stuff up without no real budget, you don't really get that much motion. And the niggas who do, they life on the line. The reason why they getting all that motion because they went viral for their drama or beef or they damn near about to be locked up or somebody dead. Like, they going viral getting clout from real tragic pressure. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody else, niggas ain't, if you ain't got no budget and you posting your stuff on all platforms, if you don't got your school behind you or a neighborhood behind you, it's a lot of niggas not making that much money on all platforms. Because like they were just saying the other day, niggas only getting 1 cent, 0.3 cent.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, if you tell a bunch of niggas, yo, I'm gonna sign you to this record label for 50,000, niggas gonna be looking like what I'm gonna do with 50,000? Because niggas know how much stuff costs now.
But it still all depends on the person once again.
It definitely depends on the person.
Because like I said,
but what I'm saying that most people got a little cake now. Everybody ain't walk around here, bro. Some niggas got 50, 40, 30. Some niggas got 100, 150. So these numbers, when you say $1 million, they're like, yo, I'm worth more than that because I could get that by myself. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why, like, a lot of independence is killing the game. It's hard for a record label to even sign artists because the money they trying to give a niggas making that on their own has been proven time and time. Like, now this has been proven that you can get out there and really make this money.
Well, I see a lot. I was just gonna say, it's a lot of artists that I seen take deals and they found a way to buy out of their contract.
Yeah, they gotta buy out this shit. But look, those was the times was either still changing or times was still like really still changing into what it is now. Like right now today, if a nigga ain't signing for no real money, you don't really see. I mean, you see.
Nah, it's a lot. It's a lot of niggas still signing for regular money.
What's that record label? Like every Empire. And there's a lot of niggas who sign the Empire, but they doing that's a distribution.
Yeah, it's more. Most of them got distribution partnerships.
Most people doing shit like that.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I be tapped into like a lot of the locals, and I see a lot of locals. They still signing for 20K, 50K, 100K because they never had a budget.
It's probably a single deal. Or,
nah. That's a real deal for like 2-3 hours.
Oh hell, 2-3 goddamn hours.
Yeah, because what happens is, Cap, that budget. A lot of people rap, but a lot of people don't have that budget straight up. Like, people rapping, they shooting videos, they going to the club, getting their record played. They doing a lot of moving around, but actually, like, pushing a single and pushing a mixtape with 20K, 50K, 100K behind it, it's a lot of local rappers. It's not a lot of independent rappers. Independent rappers spend money on their own music and push themselves. It's a lot of people that's local that's just they spending money too now. Like, in a year, they probably done got up to 20K, but it's a difference when you really got a plan and a budget and everything just mapped out, and it's just like, and that's why I say it's a lot of people still taking them 20K, 50K, 100K because they ain't never spend that much money on themselves at one time.
But I'm talking about real guys coming in with a plan, with a, you know what I'm saying? On what they want to do, how they want to do it. They looking like, yo, I'm not even just an artist, I'm a label.
Right.
I got, you know what I'm saying? They going for that more of a label deal. You know what I'm saying?
Money Man came in like that because he said he was with Cash Money for like 6 months and then he bought out his contract. But that's somebody who really was having motion like on his own personal and music was starting to make money doing shows, everything. So
I like him.
He didn't really have to do it even when he did it. I'm talking about a lot of these artists that really get a chance from that first opportunity. Like,
yeah, I mean, if you really scrub, you trying to feed your family, motherfucker, put 20, 50, 75 in front of you, gonna jump on it. But I'm talking about somebody who really coming in with this shit together and trying to they gonna look at that shit and be like,
No, you're right.
let me look around. At least look around before
I put it like this. According to your buzz, that's the people who might be like, well, I'm kind of getting a buzz, and they already giving me this $3,500 show, and this nigga already paid me $2,000 for a feature, and these labels already calling me too. I feel like the people who got a buzz, they the ones who like, man, I'm gonna chill a little bit. I ain't gonna rush into it. But if you got an opportunity, because somebody believing in you, and they just hearing what they like, and they just
it's
ready
like
to
you
take off.
controlling your own destiny. You're right. If you got the buzz, you got everything going, you're gonna throw numbers and you're gonna listen. But that's the way shit going right now.
And I do feel like the younger you are, the more you were willing to jump on the number, because the number seems like more money to you. If I'm 22 and a nigga giving me 50K, 70K, 100K, that's a lot of money.
But then again, it depends on what y'all niggas get so much money that they look at that shit and be like, yo, that's
even that's overrated though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like,
my dog got that. That's what I'm telling you.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's no real reason to mention the word jealousy with young niggas making money right now. I'm not saying that you. I know what you was trying to say. Not saying you fuck with young niggas. We already passed that.
No, I'm jealous of the fact
that they got that opportunity. But what I'm trying to tell you is, it's no real reason to be jealous, because to be honest with you, all of the platforms that's out right now that young niggas is making money off of, niggas that's exceptionally older are making money off of.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
But we could have been making more money if we knew it soon, like if it was already.
I mean, the way how I see it right now, you got people like Slim Thug from Houston, Texas. You got people, it's a lot of OGs right now who showing young niggas how to do it. So it's still so much room for learning all this financial literacy. Slim Thug is showing you how he buying apartments, buying home, real estate, land. So, and he's an older guy who's been showing you his independence, steady just dropping albums and mixtapes on all platforms. So he's using a new outlet, but he milking it way more than some of the young cats. Even Dolph was like 33, 34, finally hitting that wave, making millions off of being independent on platforms. So I do feel like age always get thrown around, because I feel like, salute to the young niggas, they make it look faster and cooler. Right. But I feel like it's almost an even balance, kind of. Like, even if it's a couple more young niggas, it's still them old niggas making money off all of this shit.
Question. Being that we talking about young niggas and all that, how you feel about, young girls saying that young guys should be making X amount of dollars at the age of 18, 17, just in your young days when you should be enjoying life?
Man, I feel like a lot of all of that's cap. Like, a lot of that stuff just something to say and something to talk about, because I feel like if you 17, 18 and you just left your parents' crib finna finally start your own life, how much could someone expect you to have if you didn't inherit it?
I mean, these young girls talking six-figure shit. Like, I watch a lot of interviews.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's cap. I even seen one too talking about, he gotta make $500K, and then the girl didn't even look like she even had $50 worth of clothes on. It was just like some funny shit. So it's all cap. I feel like a lot of it entertainment. Like it's entertainment. Like, people saying, he gotta make this amount, all of that, like that, or she gotta make. It's all entertainment.
Higher Voltage.
So everybody want to know, what is Higher Voltage? Well, it's a platform. We're here to offer services for every upcoming business, every music label, every business, every artist, rapper, singer. Even if you have a product or a merchandise, that's what we're here for. So people want to know why I started it. It's a voice for upcoming businesses. Y'all come tap in. So right now I need all of my Voltage fam to go subscribe to Higher Voltage TV. It's the Higher Voltage Podcast. We here to give you plenty episodes and plenty shows. Y'all like, subscribe, and comment. Dollar Bill 305, Higher Voltage. Let's go.
Higher Voltage.